Everyone, this is Trophy Trail Outdoors. It's time we stop the CWD madness and start using real solutions to help the deer, not hurt them, guys. There's a lot of confusion in the industry, there's a lot of fear, and there's a ton of money being spent, but not much progress. A lot of people don't realize that back in 2012, whenever the Missouri Conservation Department stepped in and they decided to start with their CWD program, there was a few deer farmers that got a bad rap and got tested first. Okay, it started out that the conservation didn't want the deer farmers to raise whitetail deer, or so that's what we thought the narrative was. It wasn't, but a few years later, the conservation department had every single whitetail hunter in Missouri turned against us, and they blamed us for everything. And they knew the numbers were a lot bigger in the wild than what they were inside the deer facilities. Okay, they didn't want to release that information. They didn't care to do the test outside because they wanted to shut us down at first. They seen that as the opportunity to get the whitetail farmers out before they actually took it to the actual hunters, and they just completely turned the hunters against us. It wasn't but a few years later that the conservation department actually started going out into the wild and checking the wild deer. Okay, so many people were on board because the narrative was all of this came from the whitetail farmer. Okay, so whenever they come after us and showed the hunters that everything come from us and moving the deer across state lines, that was where everything went wrong. Okay, all the hunters finally decided that we need to test our deer. So they go in, they start testing their deer, and long and behold, the conservation department changed what their original plan was to shut all the whitetail farmers down and turned it into an eradication of the Missouri whitetail deer. Here's what most people don't know. The USDA scientists still don't know what causes CWD 100% or what is spreading CWD. Some people believe that CWD is spread by a prion, but that's just a theory. There is no facts behind that. They have not proven that. They've literally been guessing for years, and the problem just keeps growing. The wildlife agencies have spent millions and millions of dollars on CWD, and they have gotten nowhere. Nothing has stopped CWD. They've killed thousands and thousands of deer, and most of them, 99% of them, haven't even had CWD. They've went into deer farms, people that have raised these deer by bottles. Okay, little girls, little boys have raised these deer. They were their pets. They used to just, they love these animals, and they go in and eradicate every single deer on the farm. Mind you, there is live tests that can be done, and they refuse to do it. They want to kill every single animal on the farm to get rid of the CWD. And like I said, 99% of them do not have it. So my question is, along with everybody else in Missouri, what's getting done about this? Okay, Missouri deer deserve better than what they're getting. Missouri hunters deserve better than what they're getting. They're throwing millions and millions of dollars at something, and they are getting absolutely nowhere. For years, agencies all across America have just been wiping out deer herds. But that's not solving the problem. Most of these herds that they're wiping out have a lot of healthy deer in them. 99% of the deer in the herds are healthy. Okay, they're wiping them out. So in all reality, if 1/10 of a percentage of a deer herd has CWD and they kill all of these healthy deer, then all you're doing is wiping out a healthy deer herd and allowing the CWD to get more prevalent. Most people overthink this. It's just like planting a garden. You plant good seeds, you get good results. Okay, if we kill good moms, we're not going to get good results. Like I said, 99% of the deer that they're killing do not have CWD. If we're killing good herds, all they're doing is weakening the herd. The crazy thing is now is that we have scientists that can check the DNA of a deer and tell you what the likelihood is of that deer actually catching CWD. Deer farmers across the country have deer that will never catch CWD just because of their genetic makeup. Guys, this is why the hunters and the farmers in Missouri need to come together. regardless of what you farm, regardless of what you hunt, we need to come together so that we can go and get to the very top of the conservation department and start reform. All right. Without reform, without being able to elect our own officials at the top of the conservation department, we are screwed. We are literally screwed from here on out. They will do whatever they want because they appoint each other, and all they are is bureaucrats. Okay. They listen to the insurance companies. They listen to anybody and everybody that will pay them. Okay. CWD is fake. This is a bunch of bullshit. We ask you, if you haven't, please subscribe to Trophy Trail Outdoors. Guys, we are going to do everything and anything we can to get the words out there that you need and build this channel so that everybody in Missouri and across the nation knows what's going on. And with the biggest conservation department in the country, if we can get this done, then we can go and get it done all the way across the country. Okay. If it happens in one state, normally most states will follow. So guys, get the word out. Okay. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you being here. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't found us on Facebook, we're on Facebook also. All right. And then you can also find our videos and other like-minded people on Hunting Missouri on Facebook. Thanks, guys.